Welcome to the AlbionTV War Report, your source of live battle coverage featuring the top guilds and alliances of Albion Online. Today is the 9th of December, 2021. I am your host, the Shozen One, and I am joined today by Robinhood RS on the play-by-play and Robinhood RS on the camera. We are currently on a 15-minute delay, so if you have reports of live action, please message us in-game on the Shozen One or on Robinhood GM with your reports of live action. We're currently watching One Done and Madness on the POV of Comedian take on FRAG over in Everwinter Incline. Robin, this is going to be a very interesting day as we have a lot of territories under attack and a lot of hideouts in the sites. But this is interesting because I don't think we expected to see this today.
Yeah, we didn't expect One Done to be fighting the FRAG Alliance. This is a new one for the FRAG Alliance. They have been bouncing around the world, it seems, and this is some crazy engagements coming in. The boys of One Done doing really well just to soak up the damage and the engagement here. Comedian just holding down this cliff top edge here. Actually, he's going to back all the way up as soon as I start speaking. Maybe trying to drag FRAG through the choke points. And yeah, I mean, we do have the massive war happening down in the south between POE and the anti-POE coalition as well. We have already seen Elevate get wiped once off stream, and I believe they were just about to get back into the action as well just before we came in. So maybe something to keep an eye out there on Tamashi there, Shozen.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on
I don't have double monitors.
Back and forth. Yeah, we're down one bogle today, so we're doing the best we can. We are on to our third streamer of the evening, so we will do what we can. And yeah, it should be an exciting day nonetheless. I'm going to keep my eye on Syndic and Tamashi as I do expect them to run into each other again. They are in the midst of yet another coalition war, another server war, Robin. And it's been going, I guess we have to say now, back and forth. About 2 weeks ago, CIR had started doing really well, and then we saw Elevate come back and win 4 or 5 in a 2-day period.
Yeah, they've just been swinging.
Elevate, go down in a outnumbered fight against the combined forces of POE, POE Go, and POE VZ.
Yeah, and it's going to be an interesting one, keeping track of that. Obviously, last shield today for the hideout in, oh boy, or was it Farsh? Nope. Driving Cross, I believe it was, of Ghost Ops hideout, a level 3 hideout on its final shield today. So that's probably going to be the biggest objective to maybe hold on to for POE, unless they've just straight up given up on it. We'll have to wait and see there. But back onto the action here, as One Done have broken through the multiple different choke points, pushing back FRAG constantly here, getting some big engagements onto the front lines. Defensive animatic staff's down. But look at this. One Done just streaming down through these choke points without vision advantage. FRAG look completely broken as Comedian has done his utmost best to keep these boys alive, keep them pushing forward. We got all of One Done here sitting on a level 48 disarray debuff, but normally that would be pretty huge. But they're going up against FRAG, which also pose in the region of a 50 disarray debuff at 1800 as well. So pretty much even battle size groups here in Everwinter Incline. I'm just going to open up the world map real quick. Nothing's under attack up in this north region of the map, so I have no idea what the hell they're fighting over unless a golden vortex spawned or something and they tried grabbing it. I don't know.
I don't know, Robin, but I didn't expect these two to fight, especially not in this area. It seems a little bit out of the way, but hey, I'm all for it. Well done, One Done. Nice victory for you guys against FRAG. It's impressive when forces this large face off against each other. And Robin, I think we should probably, while we have a slight pause in the action, we could talk about some of the more political ramifications of what's been going on lately with the repositioning of different guilds and different alliances.
Yeah, I mean, probably the biggest news that we saw coming out on Reddit yesterday with a very interesting video posted. I'm pretty sure we can't post that video or show that video here. But apparently, well, we have seen EQMS drop out of the POE Alliance, switch sides, and join into the AAA Alliance to fight POE. That's big.
This is big. Well, this is 2 big drops in the last month, Robin. We saw Sun leave POE Prime. That was a big deal. And EQMS has at times been a member of POE Prime. And that's 2 big fighting forces, 2 political tools that have both left POE.
Yep, and I don't know what's going on over in that POE Alliance, but, you know, how long can they afford to keep losing? I mean, that's Sun used to mass up a lot for 1800. EQMS was pretty much like POE's front line, and now both of them are gone. One side actually joined the opposing side of AAA. They're in AAA now, so
yeah, that's the enemy.
That's the enemy. And who have they got left to pull out the hat here? POE seemed and looked like they're going to be struggling leading up into this massive war here. I don't know, dude.
Well, I mean,
know.
if they fight as well as they did today and can bring the numbers against their opponent like they did today, they'll be fine. It's just how long can they bring those numbers, and will they always get one guild when they engage? 1v7?
Yeah, exactly. When they wiped Elevate, it was Elevate by themselves. There was no escalation there. It was POE VZ, POE's main Zerg, and POE Go just versus Elevate. And I mean, Elevate held on for a couple engages. This fight was off stream, but you know, they're going to get wrapped. They're going to get engulfed. It's only a matter of time. But we know Elevate love taking those fights. Like they don't give a crap about losing gear and stuff, dude. If they're going to be able to get fights like that, they're going to take them whenever they can, really, because content is content at the end of the day, and that's what Elevate's all about. And I mean, if you can pull out a win, like I mean, it's probably like a 1 in 100 chance of winning against a massive force like that, heavily outnumbered, but if there's a small chance, I mean, that's massive propaganda value right there.
Yeah.
And we've seen Elevate, you know, they've done their Fire and Ice CTA versus POE before at the end of Season 13. They didn't expect to win that ZVZ. Us spectating them didn't expect them to win that ZVZ, but they did. They were using meatball staffs and snowballs, like...
Oh, that was it. Yeah, that was the meme day.
Yeah, the meme day, and somehow they won. And it was just Elevate by themselves, so it's possible.
But that was they had a terrain advantage with castles and situations like that. Today they were fighting out in the open and they easily got surrounded.
And I'm on Tamashi right now as they actually using the static dungeon multiple entrances to rotate his Zerg around the map. Actually seen this happen quite a few times, especially like when you're moving cores and crystals around the map. You can actually use the static dungeons to move around, but it's a really nice way to hide your bubble, and you can move like 1 to 2 maps without the enemies seeing you.
The core or the crystals into the static dungeons, but you can't take them into the tunnels.
Correct, but it's getting fixed next patch. Patch 1 is
sounds like a
you'll
good
be able
fix
to take
to
them
me.
through tunnel. Yeah,
good, because that's I've seen some weird situations happen because of that.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. Some people, even now, like some people get confused. We had a guy the other day in Militant. We were fighting, and we told him to go grab the core. He grabbed the core and just constantly trying to run into the tunnel entrance while we were fighting, heavily outnumbered. And we were like, "You gotta go in through the static dungeon, my dude." And he just didn't understand why he couldn't enter the tunnel and then died. But happens. It's getting fixed. Patch 1.
Excellent. And they've been really quick with these patches and really impressed. Once again, they do this, seems like every content update. The patches come fast and furious. And yeah, this first bigger patch, not hot fix, contains a lot of good fixes.
Indeed, indeed. No ETA on that one when it's dropping though. No confirmed date as of yet for the people probably about to type into Twitch chat. When is it
Well,
coming?
I'm gonna take an educated guess on this one, and I'm gonna go on a Wednesday.
You don't say.
Hmm.
Why a Wednesday, Shozen?
Because most patches come out on Wednesday.
I don't know. Yeah, you're probably right. Just hopped on to War Gods up in the northwest region. Currently, War Gods have taken full control of this Sandmount Ascent, Sandmount Strand, Braymore Upland area. They're currently waiting, I believe, to claim the two territories up here, Braymore Upland and Lowland. I guess that they have launches on. Yes, they do. And that's in 4 minutes' time against WTTS. And what I've seen actually is WTTS has switched over to Fort Sterling Lock. I saw them placing down a HQ over there yesterday when I was roaming the world. So an interesting, maybe actually no content for War Gods up here now, unless they're planning to fight Arch constantly.
That would be an interesting fight for those guys. I think they would have a good time, honestly.
But as of yet, no action there. Still just trying to hop around and find the content as it comes down to 3 minutes until territories can be claimed or pacified. And it looks like the main...
I'm going to go to Comedian again.
Okay.
Give
me a second as
getting a message that there's more fights over there. Or on their way, anyway.
Okie doke. So it looks like Tamashi and them are getting into position as well.
Yeah, I've got Tamashi on my screen, and it does look like POE has zoned in. They've been on either side of this entrance for a bit now. A lot of scouting going back and forth. So we'll see how this goes. Oh, big shout outs to Andrew from a bunch of people in local chat. Okay.
Alrighty.
Something about kill boards. Maybe some smack talk.
Maybe.
It looks like they zoned out and there won't be a fight here again. No. So let's head back over to Tamashi, who is preparing for a fight. Still hasn't happened. And a lot of scouting.
Black Order on the field as well. Wondering if Q's getting into any action.
Kev?
Or Kev, yeah. Q, Kev, Q Whip. Nope, he's sitting in Rivercop's Fount. Okay.
And it looks like Elevate is taking this fight to POE. They're not going to wait. It looks like everybody's rushing towards the gate and hitting their queue. Let's see what happens.
Alrighty. Stick on Tamashi for now. See which one pulls the trigger first.
Yeah. So do we have any other political news that we should share?
I don't
Anybody
think...
get robbed recently?
No. Okay. Not as far as I'm aware of. I haven't seen anything on Reddit, and that's where
that's where
news
the
goes
first.
Yeah.
Well, it's not the first place the news goes. The first place is probably the trash talk. But it ends up on Reddit pretty quick. Some good spin on there.
Yep.
And here the boys go into the next zone to go face off against POE. Let's see how this goes. Round, I don't know,
3, 2? Nice.
You mean today? Today, yeah.
Actually, no. POE aren't in here.
They just a few of them, huh?
Well, this is 1500 time slot, and we can see Surf and 16 by 13 are actually placing hideouts down for tomorrow. Getting their hideouts back into position here. This is where the war's been kicking off around the 1500 UTC time slot between AAA 16 by 13 and Surf versus POE. So along this corridor here where I'm currently showing on the map. So all the ice burns and this surrounding area has been a constant back and forth. As you can see, territory launches for tomorrow as well. It's been crazy. Did Tamashi just zone back out? I got kicked off. Or did he enter
I did
queue?
too. I got kicked off while I was looking at somebody else, so I am on a world tour on
Same.
2x.
Sorry, stream at home.
We're working on it. We're trying.
It's getting there. Oh, Syndic's dismount. Is he just carrying a core back? Actually, no. Syndic has action on him. I'm seeing 16 by 13 over to the east, and it looks like Syndic's going to be the ones to first engage here onto Black Order's front line. Some good engages coming in. Defensives are down though for Black Order, but Syndic shouldn't give up the pressure here. 16 by 13 Black Order are split off north and south at the moment. He has POE Go holding territory position to his north as well. He's going to be able to get some picks here. Black
And
Order holding the...
did take this territory, by the way. They just gained control of it.
There we go. There's no hideout launches, though, in this zone. It looks like Syndic's going to go for a full wrap around here.
Yeah.
Out of the action just for a split second.
I will say there are a couple of hideouts getting smacked over in River Cop's Fount right now. They do look to be getting hammered down by AAA right now. Very effective groups there. Oh, this person just got caught out of position.
He just saved his whole entire back line. He wasn't out of position. Defensive Icicle player stopped the push here. His whole entire back line was just to the southwest side. I'm seeing a lot of skulls pop over onto the eastern side. I'm wondering if Tamashi's in the zone. He is in the zone, fighting POE Go to the western side, swapping on to POE to Tamashi then. As the next engagement comes in, some big clubs, armor pierce into the brimstone. Nasty deletion onto Scoia'tael. Where is the backup? That whole entire group of POE that we were just on, that Syndic group, was just getting no communication, no mount up with the wraparound. And while all that was happening, POE Go are getting slaughtered to the west. Surely Syndic should be getting this information. This action is unfolding. He needs to get in here. He needs to save this POE Go group as fast as possible, because once they go down, he's down to a single Zerg front, and that's not good. He has 16 by 13 and Elevate here to go up against. And it's like,
and that's a pretty good forces on either side there. 16 by 13 representing the Black Order Guild and Alliance.
Indeed. They've been... I don't know how Shiro does it, but he just pulls men out of the hat like it's nothing. Like, this man can go from like having 20 or 30 people, and then the next day he's going to be full massing with like a 40-50 disarray debuff, and like everyone just comes out again. It looks like it's going to be cleanup, as I believe that blob running southwest, splitting off into the southeast side as well, is going to be POE running for the hilltops here. I'm going to go check on Kev real quick to see what's cracking in Rivercop's Fount, because that's where the hideouts are getting
he's
whacked.
Hitting the fonts right now. I'm here on Kev right now. AAA is just smacking on the hideouts, quickly going down.
Yep, and there's
60% on the, what is this, the K-Bread hideout?
Indeed, on the eastern side. We also have Hammer and Sickle getting whacked on the west, and the Blob just zoned in on the northwest side of the map. But so far, no action on that front. I'm going to go check back up on its pull-up real quick in Skysand Plateau. He is fighting one done.
Oh, they are fighting. Okay.
We'll check up back on this. If you want to stay on Tamashi for your second monitor there, Shozen.
I'll keep an eye on it and let you know when this thing kicks off.
Alrighty, here we go then. Frag versus One Done for round number 2 at the 1800 time slot. Some big energy shapers beaming in from the eastern side for One Done. Not enough follow-up here, but here comes the next push, shall I say, onto One Done's overextending frontline. Balaella's frontline getting caught off guard, but they're going to soak up that engagement just fine. Obviously, Frag and One Done playing off multiple different fronts, as they're formed up with multiple different ZVZ guilds. And I believe this is practice, I want to say. I want to say Frag and One Done fight alongside each other, and this is just, you know, practice ZVZs. But here comes the engagement onto Frag from One Done. Nothing going down. Nice soak up. Great defensives. Look at these clumps on the front line. Brimstone going to be landing down on top of that clump. And it's going to be a deletion here onto Wondun's front line. Bella, Ella. Oh my Ella. They just got wiped off the map.
Well, Elevate's about to demount on top of Scoia'tael here. They are getting their guys ready. They have scouted them. There is an engagement up here between Scoia'tael and somebody else. I don't know who it is yet. Lots of skulls on the map.
Alrighty, and well, back in the action over here. Keep us updated on that one, Shozen. As Wondun are split around
the AAA Alliance.
Okay. Alrighty. Wondun are split here as FRAG are just engulfing them from all sides. Wondun actually getting a wrap to the eastern side of the map here. And if I'm going to go take a quick peek at the old world map, it looks like FRAG are pinned up against the wall here. They're going to funnel through a very tight choke in just a second to the southeast side of the map. They need to be careful. This could be deadly. Permafrost connecting onto that whole entire clump. I'm just seeing red name tags popping up all over my screen here. Looks like FRAG are going to get deleted off the map. Nothing to save them. Glacial Staff going down through that choke point. That's going to slow down anybody coming through there. And it looks like FRAG are going to be removed from Sky Sand Plateau for round number 2 here. Nicely done by Wondun.
Well, Tamashi is engaged with POE now. The POE has a 2-front war going on right now as they're engaging at least 2 different fronts. There might be a third one here. But
Alrighty.
Great engagement by Elevate over the top, completely unaware. Well, POE completely unaware, not prepared for the situation. As I said, they are fighting multiple fronts. There is even a group of Surfy here. So a lot of people getting involved, taking on this group of POE over here in Thunder Rock Ascent.
Yeah, it looks like it's already... I mean, Cluster Q's activated, but the blob here just doesn't look that big. As POE Go are getting cleaned up. Are those skulls just pure cleanup over there?
Dude, there's the skull's been going fast and furious this whole time. I've been popping between them, and like I said, it's multiple groups fighting. They could be fighting. It could be a group fighting like a AAA right now, or Surfy or whatever, because there's so many. There's AAA. There's 16x13 Surfy, Hello, and 2 different groups of POE. So it's getting a little hectic in here.
Yep, and it looks like it was just cleanup. Obviously, AAA still hammering the hideouts in Fount. And Elevate just cleaning up here. Wow, this has been a battering here for POE today. They
did okay earlier.
I mean, they secured
won
1 ZVZ. But, I mean, it's looking like all the objectives will be going down, as I believe K-Red's shield just went down. It did. It's on 2 out of 5 shields now in Fount. Hammer and Sickles one still getting hammered. In AAA, I just heard the crumble, and there goes the second shield on Hammer and Sickles hideout in River Copse Fount. The boys are now on the move. They have enough time. They have 12 minutes. Where are they going to go next? But I am going to go check on Driving Cross. The hideout here of Ghost Stop is still getting attacked. Let's see if it's getting defended. Over here. Actually, no blob over here today. Final shield. POE Ghost Stop.
No defense?
I mean, no attack or defense here.
What?
With 12 minutes remaining.
No, that can't be right.
Yeah. I just hopped on over. I checked the zone.
I know, but I'm just saying it doesn't seem right.
I know. I don't know what's going on. Maybe
do we have... No, okay, never mind. That's just people working together.
Okay.
Yeah, people tag each other occasionally. You know, they're like, "Hi, how you doing? Here's a few auto attacks to remind you that we could attack you, but we're not."
And dude, this is just chaos to look at. I hopped on Tamashi. I mean, yeah, 16x13s here, Elevates here, POE people just standing in the middle of everyone because everyone's like red. So it's like, what the hell is going on? CIR member going down there on the door.
Right, Drick has just demounted. He's engaging in a group of CIR who are mounted. He's going to try to catch some of these guys over in River Copse Curve. There is way more CIR than there are of M3R. I don't know if this was a wise engagement by M3R. If they catch these guys completely unaware and get a number of kills, they can succeed. But if these guys regroup, it'll be over quickly.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if POE take the fight here versus M3R.
That'll keep them here and engaged, though, while Elevate comes up from behind.
Yeah. Donald Duck there for POE Go. It's like POE Go are zoning in as well here. What is
Rick having a hard time catching any of these guys.
Yeah, they're all bubbled and stuff. Actually, Heho's dismounted with the Grail Seeker, and we
He-Ho.
know he is the person that gives the info back to Syndic. He's going to be the vocal scout here, so M3R needs to get prepared. They're about to
Bruno Bang.
Hammer Hand of Justice coming in on the western side. Drick's going to carry on trying to get hilltop advantage. He sees the clump to the western side. Can he find anything on the return? The front line gets deleted. Big D goes down, and that's a major support player there for POE's Party 1. But at the cost of what? As POE comes storming in, and M3R's whole entire backline just getting caught off guard. No defensives down, and M3R looking broken already with POE Go collapsing in on the eastern side from the north. Actually, no, Drick going to be okay here. They're going to have to full send it. Look at the clump over here. Holy shit. Come on. There it is. The Brimstones, the Permafrost connecting. Nicely done. That's going to buff up the battle board just a little bit here as M3R get caught in a return engagement. The Permafrost connecting. Now Drick is heavily split here from his Zerg. He's going to be fighting POE Go now, as POE have backed off to the southwest side. There are skulls popping up over there, Shozen. Can you hop over and free cam real quick and see what's going on?
I'm heading over there right now, actually.
Thank you very much. Drick, though, on the other hand. Who?
Title.
Okay, all right. So if Drick dies, we hop over onto Dominant.
I don't think Dominant's on. I'll check, but I didn't see him earlier.
All right, if you can find us a tank, then that'd be perfecto.
Oh, he is. My bad. He did arrive. He just came a little late today, and they have some massive engagements over here on this western side. Just lots of deletion of POE.
Alrighty, hopping on over then, because Drick is now fleeing into the wind as M3R are broken after some really nice engagements. Surf, though, now going up against the forces of POE and POE Go, along with POE VZ as well. Dominant taking the high ground. He can ball. Look at that group to the eastern side off the cliff. Why didn't you go for that? But he has the west to look. Oh my god.
I think this
the
is
choke
why, 'cause he's
point!
waiting for them to come up the choke.
Oh!
Really well done. Very patient by Dominant. Not blowing all of his cooldowns over the wall, waiting for them to come up the choke, and catching a dozen of them very, very quickly.
Yeah, that was a nice play.
In his back line, and he doesn't want that. That's going to be a rough situation. Lots of Grove Keeper from that guy.
Now Dominant's in full kite mode. I'm going to have a quick peek at the terrain here. It's very, very choke heavy as you wrap around these rocks in the trees. Here we go. Mounting up.
Follow up. Very well done, and that's a deletion. That's 7 down.
Yep, and look at that, 16 by 13 Black Order are wrapping around the north side, just off our screen there. I saw a couple name tags engaging onto the backlines of POE as well. So that's going to allow Dominant to full focus. POE VZ.
Group VZ. Let's see.
Calmland's coming out, a little bit delayed on the engagement.
Yeah, that was a very messy engagement. They're not going to... Oh, here comes the follow-up engagement. Returned. Really good clump, but the follow-ups were just not there. I have to assume that there were some defensive plays made by VZ. Well done.
Yeah, and that blazing there. If that blazing is beamed, it can be so impactful on those small choke points. The Brimstone into the Cabland, into the Permafrost, into another Brimmy. Wow. No defensives down. That Locust way, way too late for there for POE VZ. They're going to be broken now. Dominant's going to carry on with the tidal wave coming down that choke point. It's going to be GG. The boy drags the Cabland into his Zerg as they're fleeing. Oh no, that's not the way. And POE VZ, just like that, getting washed off the map here in Rivercop's Curve. It looks like POE Go combat looters to the east are going to be next on the chopping block. I think POE... I'm seeing a couple skulls pop up to the east, but I don't know if it's cleanup. POE Go still have quite a few name tags on the field.
There's a bunch of POE that are mounted, but here's a... No, that's all Black Order, yeah. gonna say the large force on the field doesn't look to be enemies anymore. I think it's all cleanup crew. That is another wipe.
Yep, and it looks like it's going to be all she wrote here. Is anything else kicking off on Tamashi Syndic
No.
or?
Let me go check out Tamashi and Syndic here. I think Syndic was actually in that fight.
Oh yeah, true. Surf sitting on a 36 disarray debuff. He-Ho's still alive here. What a guy.
How did he pull that off? No, these guys are just hanging out on their way into the cluster queue. I'm getting the world tour by going to watch Tamashi. So
Okay.
he's in queue.
Wondering if he's queuing into here just to be safe. Rivercop's curve though falling into the hands. A massive blob just zoned in on the northwest door here on Dominant. That could be Tamashi and them zoning in. It is.
Robin, are you hiding in Meltwater?
No, I'm in Rivercop's curve.
Okay, because people are telling you to stop hiding in Meltwater and defend your territory.
Oh, wow, dude. Meltwater Channel is the T8 zone. It is my beloved zone, which fell into the hands of FRAG during their war versus Surf and Miller up there. It jumped in between the hands of those two back and forth constantly. It seems like that war, though, has kind of fizzled out just a little bit. The shields have been regained onto Miller's hideout up in Meltwater Channel. It's back up to nearly full shields now. It's only missing one. It was down to pretty much its final shield the other day. And all the territory launches kind of shifted down below Morgana's Rest. But Frag and Surf still fighting each other. So we were wondering what was going to happen because we saw Surf arrive yesterday for the 1800 time slot war versus POE. They've been here again today, but then we didn't see Frag engage as well. So it looks like Frag backed out, but Surf has taken their place at 1800 time slot, and they're going to carry on with their own war for the NA. It seems
interesting. We'll see how that develops over time.
And I really do want Meltwater Channel back, so hopefully Sarge launches on it.
It sounds like I'll be doing an interview with Sarge in the near future. I just talked to him a moment ago.
Indeed, indeed. We shall see. Is anything else kicking off here? It seems to quieten down
so
in
far,
the curve.
No. I have been bouncing around, and the people I'm going to are moving or standing still. They're not fighting.
All right. I'm going to go check in on driving cross real quick, see if that hideout actually went down. It's still showing shields, still no one here, and it looks like this PoE Ghost Up hideout is going to live for another day. Strange how they didn't focus this or send a group here. Yesterday, I believe it was Sex and Flex that came here to hammer it, but they're not here today.
Okay.
Interesting. Oh, there's a large chest in driving confluence spawning in 40 seconds. Let's see if anything...
Flamog Fork, there's a Scoia'tael hideout that is down to 53% of its first shield to level 2.
Okay. Looks like this one Wild Sun member is going to be able to gain this large chest all to himself here. Actually, he has 1 or 2 members of Sun with him in driving. Confluence is about to pop in 20 seconds. That purple, I believe it is. Sometimes you can see the tint of the chest itself. Yeah, it's a purple chest. Sun going to enjoy the spoils of an empty land over here on the western side today of 1800 time slot. And the chest pops open. Actually, it's a blue one. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alrighty. And where do you say that hideout was under attack? Sorry.
I'm gonna have to go back and I think it was Kev. Okay. You can hop onto.
Alrighty. In Flamog Fork.
That must have been it.
Looks like they're not going to succeed in attacking the Scoia'tael hideout here in this zone. They did launch, but it's going to be unsuccessful.
Well, it was the first shield, so it's not like they're losing anything.
Indeed, indeed. I wonder if they didn't launch on anything in there.
Oh, over on Lugsy, we have a fight versus one done. Sense versus Zorn in Float Blight.
Alrighty. Okay. And I'm on right now. That's like one done. Sense are holding territory defense here. What level is it? It's a level 7 tower. Holy smokes.
That's something. Yeah, it's doing work. Look what it's doing to poor Lugsy. He is getting annihilated by that mage. Wow.
Wow.
That... Good thing he has all of his spec.
Yeah, the carpet's down. I think a retreat may be in order.
Let's get out of here, guys. I'm done with that. I've had enough. Apparently, it's a level 7 territory.
Jesus. That was that was interesting to say the least. They definitely do not want to fight there.
Jard, you got to get on the outside of that territory. You don't. Oh, they're going back. It was a feint.
They were like, "Are they going to come out?"
Robin.
They're not coming. All right, we got to go back in.
Not a good catch there.
Indeed, and I'm just sorting some stuff out here, Shozen. So,
yeah, I'm just gonna keep watching this Zorn fight here as these guys go a little back and forth. Maybe we'll see Zorn pull off a miracle here, because I gotta tell you, if they can beat a level 7 tower right now, it'll be a miracle.
Indeed, indeed. And I'm just checking here. Dude, that mage is so powerful.
It's really powerful. Every time they get close, they just get chunked. Chunked. Dude, chunked. Bars drop off every rotation on that mage.
But that is the reward of leveling up your territories. If you're living in the Outlands, you know, it's worth your time to get those vortexes, whack them into a tower that you know you're probably going to have action on. Or if you spend a lot of time around that zone, if you get into small scale, retreating back, even into guards at this level is just insane.
Yeah, and the thing is this is just, we're in our first month of the season, Robin, and they've already got a level 7, and that's a real good territory to have right there.
Indeed.
Well done, one done in sense.
And it's just going to be a back and forth. Lugsy knows that he can't focus that mage and go up against this group of Sense, because, I mean, if it was like, if Sense had, I don't know, probably half of what they got, they would have been able to focus the mage, but Sense have a faux group here.
Yeah.
And, like, you can't focus the mage and focus the ZVZ at the same time. It's one or the other. It looks like he's trying to get a pick-off on the frontline tanks there, but defenses were down for Sense. But Sense do not want to come out that hideout.
What would you?
Or hideout territory.
Stick near the tower. You want to stick near the tower on the top. You want to take as much off of your opponent's health bar before you have to engage. Make them run through the mage. Make them fight the guards.
What's that War Gods guy doing? Did you just see that?
No,
he ran in. Look,
no.
There he is on the west. He ran in, ran up to the tower on his board, and just like looked at what was going on.
What's going on?
A nice little pick there. Lugsy finally finding something. Defensives are down on the retreat.
Guy got knocked into the mage. He's
dead. What was he doing? What was he thinking?
Robin, that's not the way.
That definitely is not the way.
Curiosity killed the boar right there.
Yeah, and War Gods member all the way over here on the eastern side of the world map, when literally 10 minutes ago they were all the way on the west. Is
Maybe
someone skipping CTA?
Yeah, CTA to loot rat.
No, no.
He's gonna, you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna send that death and say, "Hey, I need a regear."
Yep.
Look, I died fighting one done, guys.
But don't worry, War Gods, a couple members do watch the show, so if that gets clipped and shipped, he's getting shipped from War Gods. I would think.
I'm sure he was fine. I'm sure there was no skipping of CTA. He was just hanging out and.
Right.
I'm trying to save him. I'm trying.
Dude, this is going to be a drawn-out battle here. And we got to set up for our next show, remember?
Yep. So we do have a cutoff right now in about 6 minutes. That's our hard cutoff, guys. But we will try to bring you the end of this fight as long as it comes in the next 6 minutes.
Indeed. Just a back and forth, back and forth.
So, Robin, you said we have another show after this. What is our next show after this while we watch a bit of Diddy dancing here?
Well, I believe we have another new player show coming up next. And I believe, is it Nomad Poncho joining us?
Yes, it is.
Alrighty. And do you know what the topic of today's show is focused on?
Yes, I do. We're going to be talking about PvE in the open world and taking advantage of the changes provided with the Lands Awakened.
Oh, very nice. Very nice indeed. And there's a lot to offer a new player with the update from the Lands Awaken. I mean, how quick you can actually level up is unbelievable.
Yeah,
And the silver drop from some of those mobs is even more insane for a newer player.
Robin, if I told you I had another fight too.
Where to? Because Lugsy just dropped. Lugsy's dead. Okay, hopping onto Dominant. Oh, God.
For now.
I'm currently on a world tour. Give me a second.
Oh, you want to get off that tour because Dominant is in the thick of it right now versus Scoia'tael and POE Go over here in Thunder Rock Ascent. There are massive piles of corpses on this territory, and he is attacking the mage as we speak, having a little bit more luck than Lugsy did here, as the forces of POE Go are stacking up like cordwood.
And this is also a level 7 tower as well.
Oh, nicely done.
Another member of POE Go getting executed there. Dominant going to be now focusing back onto the mage, maybe? He does have 16 by 13 on his eastern side, but look at these... look at the guards, dude. There's already a couple members on their knees. And I believe that's going to be a healer there. Tilt Machatin over there getting down. Look at the healers. They're getting pummeled. All defense is getting popped here. And that's the power of a level 7 territory, my friends. All the defense is getting burnt at the moment.
Yeah, these guys have to figure out what they're doing here and make another go of the center.
Indeed. Just get rid of the guards in the back line, you know. PoE, they can't go anywhere. All they can do is bank their gear onto the tower itself, and that's it. They can't leave out the back because this territory doesn't enable that. It isn't set up that way. And Surfer just gonna wait it out. And Scoia'tael is gonna have a very slow and painful death here in Thunder Rock Ascent.
Yeah, I just don't see these guys getting out of here alive unless the main force of PoE comes up behind them and brings some defense.
Well, I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think that's going to happen. Yeah, that's not really the way they really work. There's not an objective here, is there, at this point?
Definitely not. And, I mean, there goes the first engagement. Was that all the damage output there escalating off the mage itself? I don't think any DPS actually came out. Black Order on the east.
Follow-up by Black Order. Oh, no.
Nicely done. A back and forth on the rotations, different cooldowns coming out. It's going to be a massacre. Actually, talking about reinforcements, ka-ching, ka-ching, down in the southeast corner there, Shozen. Who's that coming in?
It. I'm coming. I'm going to go check.
Oh, Surf are backing out. This could be more reinforcements.
It's PoE Prime.
Oh, here we go.
It's CIR.
Let's see how this plays out.
I didn't think this was going to happen. I didn't expect that.
Neither did I. Well, Dominant is full.
Unfortunately, Robin, with 2 minutes left.
I know, dude.
I don't think we're going to see it.
It feels bad, man. Oh, there's a lot of deaths happening on the east.
Heading over.
Dominant actually going into the back line here of 16 by 9. No, he's going to go into the front lines of PoE Go. He has a little bit of trouble walking into a pillar here. He's a little bit hesitant.
Noob trapped. Hard noob trapped. That's because he has a mix of 16 by 13, whatever the Black Order Alliance is. Numbers by numbers in the middle of his party. And
he's going for a sneaky sneak.
Is he?
I don't know. This Ice Mage should be calling this rotation out. If not, Dominant's going to hit right into the back lines of POE Go. The boys are combat looting on that body, but I don't think they were able to get through that defensive wind wall play from the Icicle, shutting down that engagement. Nicely done there by POE Go. Squirtle support player saving their whole entire clump that was combat looting, and Dominant looking very, very, very confused on where he needs to go and what he needs to do here.
It looks like he's backing out, Robin.
I think because Black Order got wiped. That's, I believe that's what we were trying to see here. Syndic and POE Go all engaged, just cleaning up remaining members of Black Order and Surf.
Well, there you go. I mean, there you go. You were wondering if POE was going to get another victory today. They did. They caught one more.
Yep, and Dominant's fleeing to the northwest.
Some downed objectives for their opponents, but at least a couple of ZVZ victories for POE today.
Indeed, indeed. And I mean, right on time as well, because it is now 18:30 for us, and we need to go prep for the next show coming up. So if you're a new player looking to get some tips and tricks, stick around, because in 15 minutes time, we will be back with Nomad Poncho, myself, and Shozen, diving into the Lands Awakened for newer players and what you can get out of it. Gold codes will be given away during that time as well, so stick around for that. But in the meantime, you can check out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/AlbionTV, where you can find all the 5v5, 20 versus 20 Crystal League coverage, along with all the war reports and Invasion Day battles. We got the daily shows and interviews, but if you're looking to listen to the interviews, maybe in a different format, say MP3, so on the way to work, on the way home from work, on the way to school, who knows, you can. Where can they find that too, Shozen?
They can find it over on soundcloud.com/AlbionTV or any place they listen to podcasts by simply typing in Albion TV into the search bar. Should they do that, they will be greeted with over 100 interviews featuring some of the most interesting and charismatic individuals in all of Albion Online, as well as members of the Sandbox Interactive Development team. So if they like the histories, the politics, or just want to know how the game was made, they can head over to soundcloud.com/AlbionTV.
Alrighty, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching today's War Report with some insane ZVZ action. But until our next show, it's adios from us. Good night.